Hello, I'm Mr. SilverFox,
And I'm Mrs. SilverFox, and you're listening to the SilverFox Swingset.
a podcast where we document the ins, outs, and upside downs of the swinger lifestyle from a beginner's perspective.
This podcast is recommended for the 18 and over crowd and contains adult content. So if you're not a grown up, please come back when you're of legal consenting age.
Welcome back, everybody, to the SilverFox Swingset, episode 5, and welcome 2022.
Bum bum bum.
New Year's Eve. What's up, Mrs. SilverFox? How are you doing tonight?
I am excellent. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic this evening. Nice to have you here with me.
I live here, so no big deal.
Absolutely. So tonight, we are going to want to talk about social awareness.
Oh, so important.
A subject we want to touch upon. We've been a part of a few. Just want to see what the audience thinks. So we're going to throw some ideas and some things we've experienced and share some details. But first, we need to talk about what happened on New Year's Eve.
An exciting weekend.
So we had several choices. We talked about this in episode 1, or maybe even episode 2, that it's so difficult to choose where we want to go when we have overlapping events. And we want to be everywhere at once, but we have to pick one or two places.
We literally want to be everywhere.
Everywhere. And for different reasons, for the same reasons, and everything between the reasons.
For the fashion show.
Absolutely.
I love a good fashion show.
Well, how do you not enjoy that many sexy women?
Phew.
Sorry, dudes, I'd never notice you.
Yeah, sorry. Most of you. I mean, some of you dapper up pretty good. That counts for something.
So we had made plans for New Year's Eve, and we actually did not attend anywhere. We had a couple very special guests that came to the house.
Had a little private party.
And what about that amazing evening you set up?
Super fun. I haven't set up a date for anybody in a long time because, I guess I helped set up our weekends and that, but I've never had to set up a plan to wine and dine somebody. So it was kind of a fun way to sort of flex a little bit and make somebody feel special. I feel like I did an okay job.
I thought you did a wonderful job. I mean, we checked with their husband. Well, you did personally, but, I talked to them quite frequently as well. Mm-hmm. And, wanted to make this amazing date night happen. And, wow, I
had to ask the right questions, though.
Had to ask the right questions. We had to trust that he wouldn't say a word.
Oh, no, when I tell you the level of trust that this man had to place in me for this whole setup was, it just goes to show the connection we made with these people when we met them. Actually, at the SD party where we were at. And I told him before I asked any questions, I said, I'm going to ask you a question. And as soon as you're done answering it, I need you to erase all the messages starting with this one that I'm sending you right now. And I need you to promise me that you'll do it. And he did it without question. It could have been anything. It could have been nuclear option. But he agreed to it. So I asked if corny and cheesy was okay. And he said absolutely. And it was on.
We went out to dinner at one of our favorite local restaurants here. Had great food, way better company.
And we got a seat on New Year's Eve at past dinner time, walked in and sat down immediately at a proper table.
Like it was supposed to happen.
How does that happen?
I don't know, but wonderful dinner. Gosh, what a great time. We were looking forward to almost 3 weeks into planning.
Yeah, I would say
one night
about that. Yeah.
So there was a lot of conversation between us and them, build up anticipation,
a ton of anticipation,
and I would say that your planning delivered.
I think so too. We went on this cute little, I think it's a quarter scale train that has like, was it coal? Was that
It
what
was
we
coal.
were
It was
smelling?
coal
Okay.
burning, yeah.
Yeah. There was coal. There was embers trying to catch us on fire. It smelled good. It kind of ran around this cute track that had a bunch of Christmas stuff set up.
Wait, tried to set us on fire? Dangerous.
It was
and sexy.
sexy dangerous. Except I brought fleece blankets because I thought if it was cold, that would be the smartest thing to bring. And it was really the deadliest thing that I could have brought.
Well, and cozying up to a sexy couple doesn't sound terrible to me,
Yeah,
ever.
that's not that bad.
No matter what kind of setting you describe it, cozy, sexy couple, Mr. SilverFox is there for you.
We show up. And so the train ride happened. Mind you, I drank, of course, at dinner. So at the beginning part of this train ride, there's like a little cute, like, museum, but of miniature
Model trains.
Yeah, okay. I knew it had a name and you would know
Yeah.
what it was, and I'm just not sure.
But yeah. So it was an entire thing of model trains, which, you know, we had to take a moment to appreciate the work and detail that people put into it. Wow, Jesus, I don't know how many hours they got into it, but more than I'm willing to put in.
Amen.
But that was awesome.
But when we walked in, though, because we had just come from dinner and I was kind of the first person in the door because I sort of knew what we were doing and I wanted to, pay for the tickets and all that. When I got up to the counter, the guy behind the counter was like, "We're going to do a bourbon train tour." And I thought he was serious and got really excited and tried to like pre-register us for it. And he was only saying it because I reeked like booze. That's embarrassing.
Well, you weren't alone. I mean, we all had a libation or two.
Oh my God.
At dinner. But after the museum, we went out. We waited for the train. It was cold. I'm not going to lie.
It was cold.
It's miserable in Ohio.
I'm glad I brought the blankets, though.
Super glad. Almost left them in the trunk, but ran back and got them.
So
Solid
glad.
move.
Because it was chilly. I was
It
a cold
was.
little bird.
And then we, of course, boarded the train. Really cool watching the coal engine burn.
I acted like an ass.
Yes.
It took forever for them to get started, and so we're the only people, the only four
Literally
people
the only four.
on this train. And they're waiting and waiting, like they're waiting on more people. And I'm sitting there thinking, there was nobody else in there looking at model trains, buddy. Like, you can get started. We're ready to go. So I'm in the back screaming, "Woo! Woo!"
Well, they've got to add fuel and coal and stoke it. It's got to get going. I mean, it's a process.
Fuck that process. I was ready to go.
It's not like an electric car.
I paid. Take me on my train ride. This is what I want.
But we did get moving down the track, and I definitely had the opportunity to see their faces. I assume you did too, and
It was cute.
she was lit up from ear to ear.
She was having a great time.
It was very special. But when it ended, it wasn't over. The fun wasn't over.
Oh, yeah.
yet.
Yeah. It gets even better. After I don't know how long the walk was. It felt like 100 million miles because it was so dang cold out there. But
It was a 12-minute train ride.
yeah, but the walk from where we got off the train and where we had to go in the building kind of felt like, I don't know, the Damo Green Mile. It was wild.
But when you open the door and all that heat hits you from the heated building,
My God, it was
wow.
so cozy in there.
What a transition. But then when you open the door, you saw nothing but 100 Christmas trees that were decorated
Maybe
and lit
more.
up?
Just stacked
Maybe
on
more.
top of each other like.
Not in a disorganized way, but they
No.
were set up for like Christmas,
Yeah.
displayed.
Where you can look around the room and see like thousands of little lights, and it was so cozy in there too, and it smelled good. They had popcorn.
And to see their faces light up again, when they walk through the door, like, oh my God, this is so amazing. I don't know. The planning that you put into it just definitely was awesome.
It was such
to
a good time.
experience. We got some selfies.
The cutest selfies.
Oh my God. And how much fun was it taking a selfie with listening to those two interact with each other? You know, it's amazing when you have another couple that love each other extremely much, the banter and the stuff they say to each other, like you and I do when we're teasing each other. It was just really good time to,
Yeah,
see,
it
to
was a
be
great
a part
time.
of that and share that with us. You know, great time.
Super fun.
So we went back to the house and we celebrated New Year's Eve at the Silver Foxes. So if
Except
anybody was wondering,
At
that's where we
11,
were.
at 11:59, I don't know who said it, but somebody was like, it's about to be midnight. I did not care.
That was the husband. I don't think anybody cared.
No, I was really interested in seeing balls dropping. But I will tell you, it was not on television.
What an incredible night with two very, very special friends and a very special ongoing relationship. So grateful. Exactly what we got into the lifestyle for to
100%.
make it that elusive four-way connection, share connections beyond the bedroom, and it's just it's phenomenal.
It's so phenomenal. I can't even talk. That the one date night turned into an entire weekend.
Correct. So,
Oops. Sorry, not sorry.
so they stayed the night, and of course, we accepted their invitation when their plans got canceled and said, "You are most welcome to stay with us."
Oh, for sure. Well, and we had to take him to the party we were going to. We
Sure.
had to.
So we Saturday evening, of course, we had a wonderful Saturday morning through the afternoon.
Oh, my goodness.
Fired up the Traeger grill, had some prime rib for dinner.
Those were so good.
I do have another magical talent, and that's grilling.
Oh,
I will say that. And plus, the Traeger is a no-brainer.
fuck.
Great dinner. Again, just the day continued on. Nothing but smiles and fantastic times. Core memories were made that day. And so the evening came along, and we had decided that we were going to attend an event. We had planned it. We were registered to go there, so we did go to Club Euphoria Saturday evening, which is actually a hotel takeover. And we got to visit with all of our wonderful, amazing friends.
And on casino night, no less.
Ooh, I lost all my money. I did. It's true.
I lost my money before I even cashed in my money for chips.
How did that happen?
I'm not going to talk about that.
Okay.
So, I mean, it was a party, and I am who I am, and so I did get pretty hammered at that event.
Well, we did say that we were going to leave it a secret, but Mrs. SilverFox hair was dyed and changed for the new year. And since I will screw up everything, I'm going to ask you to share what color or colors it may be.
So it's first, I have the most amazing hair whisperer. And she does whatever I want. And sometimes I do whatever she wants. So this time we did kind of a compromise between both of us. And it's called Sunset. So it's hot pink. And it fades into like a orange color. It's fun.
It's beautiful. And you looked amazing on that night. Your dress, phenomenal. Slight wardrobe failure.
Oh my God. Oh, okay. Story time. So this dress is very short and my ass kind of hung out the bottom of it, which wasn't totally unintentional.
Wow. Always a wonderful welcome sight.
But it was cold though in the hallway, so I was trying to like pull it down to cover more of my butt and ripped a hole. I mean, right where my butthole is, like on my real body. So
It led for a lot of interesting discussions.
oh my God, so many people were willing to help me cover up this.
So many helpful fingers.
But so that's so true. Almost everyone's suggestion was, I'll just put my finger in it and walk behind you. Like, no, no. So I kind of stood in the corner like a big baby and was afraid to move. And then, thank God, got rescued by one of the most amazing people.
Oh, they are phenomenal.
I love her so much.
She is so freaking cute. She's wonderful.
She's a spicy meatball, though. I
For sure.
walked in there and it's one, I'm in party mode. 2, I was already drunk. And 3, I trust this lady. I mean, 100%.
Her husband, a phenomenal human being. I can't say enough wonderful things about this couple.
So when I got into their room and she's digging through this sewing kit to find matching champagne-colored thread to fix my dress, which she actually had, I bent over the bed and kind of stuck my ass in the air. I just waited, and she's like, what the hell are you doing? Just take the damn dress off. So I did have to stand there topless while she fixed me up, but it was totally worth it.
You looked hot.
I got a little nervous when people started walking into the room like, oh, hi.
Wow.
Hi.
A couple of us stopped dead in our tracks.
I didn't know we were going to have company. I thought she shut the door. I don't care. Titties are inconsequential, really. They're just titties. Everybody's got them.
I wish we had more time that night. Weather moved in. We left, somewhat unexpectedly early because we had heard an ice storm was coming in. I didn't get to talk to everybody I wanted to that evening. I wish I could apologize, but everyone's more than understanding of other people's situations.
Well, and we
Especially
missed a couple
awesome
people too.
We did
that
miss
just
a couple
weren't
people.
there.
Correct.
That we were really excited to see.
Did get to run into one gal that I always have a connection with. Every time I see her.
She's a wonderful little...
The black dress stole my breath.
Oh, my God. That black dress looked good.
God, is she a wonderful, nice lady.
I like how every time you describe her and call her a nice lady, your eyes roll back in your head a little bit.
Wow.
You're a sicko.
I just can't help it. I'm sorry. She's beautiful.
No. Oh, she got me a gift.
Oh, yeah.
So super
thoughtful. I'm
nice
sorry. I was
lady.
totally thinking about you.
Yeah, I know you're. Yeah, this is another one of those. We'll come back to your bullshit conversations.
Sure.
Yeah, she got me a gift, and it was super thoughtful. Although, I will say that there's out of the 3-part set, there might be only one of those that I can actually use, but I'm going to give it my very best shot and see what happens.
I appreciate your efforts.
Oh, thanks.
Do you want to tell the listeners what the gift are, or are we going to keep it secret?
No, let's keep it a secret.
Okay, perfectly fine. Speaking of which...
Oh, yes. Do tell.
So, Mrs. SilverFox, from the last podcast, I had stated that I wanted to have shirts made. And so she did, went online, got them made.
Yeah.
On the front, it says swinging forward.
And there's a little gray fox on the front.
Oh, it's so nicely done.
It's so cute.
And then on the back, it has one of my favorite sayings by Mrs. SilverFox.
Are you going to make me say it?
I want you to say it.
It says, everything's going to be perfectly fine.
Amazing shirts. I can't wait to wear those. We're going to do it next
I don't
set.
know. I'm suddenly not sure if I want to wear a matching shirt with you.
I know, it seems kind of weird, but
It's kinda
I think
weird.
walking into an event with them on is a little less egotistical than...
I think so.
Wearing
Like a
a-
hotel thing.
Right.
Where we show up in our
Yeah,
dress
I
down
don't,
shit.
I don't really want to be those people like, hey, we're podcasters.
Yeah, I don't really want that either.
Sure.
People are gonna think it's ego, but we really just wanted cute matching shirts.
Absolutely.
Whatever.
So, Had a great time at Euphoria. Got, like I said, talked to a lot of amazing friends that we had there. Got to see a person that was very special to me there, and we unfortunately had to cut it early. So the couple we went with, unfortunately, I say, but should I say fortunately? I don't know.
I was going to say, yeah, unfortunately, they had to cut out early too and come home with us.
So sad. No sadness.
I feel
took
so
place.
bad for you and me.
I will say 4 o'clock in the morning came a lot quicker than I thought
Oh
it
my
would.
God. I'm too old to stay up like that.
I don't know. I felt like a kid.
These damn millennials trying to stay up till 4 a.m. and just keep going. No. Listen, every profile we have clearly states we're not here for the marathon run. And some of you...
Really put us to the test.
Good God, man. Heck. It's too much.
So what did we do after that? We had a well, we've been talking to a lot of people, of course.
I'm a talker.
And we have some things that are coming up in the future that we'll get to down the line, but I think we should switch focus just for a moment and kind of talk about in these events, in our private lives, in our lifestyle communities, how we feel about social awareness.
I think it's an important topic that everyone should at least know what it means, know that it exists, and know whether or not you have it.
And in part one of the segment, I listened to the Swap Foos quite a bit, enjoy their podcast, and
I love him. He's like my male spirit animal.
but the husband of it, he drinks Bud Light Select 55s, and which is a lower content. So I have a trick that I do when I go to events is I typically drink Bud Light in a can, and that way I can always use a koozie because they're always giving you a koozie somewhere.
Oh, yes. We have a good collection we're building.
Correct. Love them. And so I always put those in my cooler that I bring with me, so that way I already have one on hand. But later in the evening, I actually switch to Pepsi. And it's a blue can, and nobody really questions you drinking it. And not that it's a big deal that people are forcing alcohol on you, but it's
Sure.
readily available. But it's a social inhibitor, as you say, drinking to excess.
Yeah. Although I am probably the worst person to try and talk to anyone about drinking to excess because I often do drink to excess. Not so much that I've got the spins or I'm throwing up or anything like that, but I do tend to get a lot noisier and, I don't even know. The filter, what little filter I have completely shuts down when I've had enough to drink.
But I think your version of what you're stating to excess is not what we are discussing. You know, you're buzzed, you're having a good time, but I wouldn't
Sure.
say that you're, blackout, you're not going to remember you're doing things that are inappropriate.
Well,
you
and
know.
I would say too that I don't want to be that person, but I feel like I'm very socially aware. Even when I'm drinking, that's one of the things that I feel like I actually have figured out. Of all the other stuff that I don't have figured out in the lifestyle, that's one thing. I recognize social cues. I can tell when someone's tired of talking to me. The only thing I'm not really good at is being able to tell when someone is flirting with me if they're not being very blatant about it.
Well, you're admittedly getting better at flirting.
I'm
but
getting
still,
better, but I do suck at flirting my own self.
I think, and you're not alone. I've experienced it where just some gals aren't necessarily good at taking compliments yet.
Oof. That's huge for me.
And I don't think you're alone.
I get
we
awkward.
have close friends that we talk about this exact situation. And, me being an inherently big flirt, I'm deemed good at it, but I don't know. I guess that's personal.
Yeah, I think you
preference.
just can't even really shut it off. You can't even help it. It just comes naturally. You're just flirting constantly. We can't go to Walmart. We can't. Because I feel like these poor girls that work there and are asking if you need help are getting roped into a conversation that they're just not ready for.
I do like to have fun, but it's respectful.
For sure.
So, what are some of the issues that you think that you and I had gone through that drinking to excess has been an issue?
I'm not sure if, well, and it's hard to tell because you don't know people's alcohol level when you are meeting them at an event.
So, from personal experience, let's only speak from the experience that we can have, which is our own. My first event, I drank too much. I was nervous. I didn't know what to expect. I think it definitely lowered my guard a little bit. And I don't want to say you need to be on guard, but it
For the first event.
for the
Probably
first
should.
event, yeah, because you just absolutely don't know. New event, new place, no
Nerves.
friends. Yeah, we just had nothing.
No.
And I drank too much, admittedly. But it's something that I think you should be at least somewhat cognitively aware of and monitor throughout the evening. Like, where am I at? So we had stated in the past that we would like to regret things that we didn't do. And this is along one of those lines. But part two, I would say, is a difficult thing for some people to do, which is read body language of other people.
Yes.
What would be your suggestion to me?
I honestly, you read my body language better than I read my own body language. I think there's been situations where, I am kind of leaned back in a chair or I'm standing somewhere and my shoulders are open and I'm facing towards everyone and I'm talking and then something happens or someone gets too close to me that makes me bring my shoulders in and kind of cross my arms and turn my body a little bit away from whatever that stimulant or that person is that's making me feel uncomfortable. And you pointed that out to me.
I read you very well. I know you very well. I do believe you read me very well as well. You could tell what I'm feeling, what I'm saying, what I'm doing just by a look. And I think that's very important to have that understanding of your partner, is knowing that body language, but also being able to apply that to a setting where you're with other people, is read their body language. Are they receiving the message you're sending? Are you interested in play and you're trying to approach it? Some of those awkward situations can kind of be avoided already by just simple discussions with somebody.
Sure.
And being able to, are their arms folded? Are they turning away from you? Are they literally trying to talk to somebody else?
Yes. And I think, too, a lot of those situations I've been in where it's been very uncomfortable, it's important to recognize what someone is saying verbally, but also what their body language is saying. And, in situations where it's a party and everyone's drinking and everything's really loud and, I love to hang out in a smoke tank. The smoke tank is where all the cool shit happens.
I disagree.
You know what? Then don't hang out in the smoke tank with me. But it's my favorite spot. It's where everything happens. It's where all the cool kids go. Even people that don't smoke are in the smoke tank.
I do have a good time out there. I just don't want to spend all my time out there. I think that's a difference.
Disagree. Respectfully disagree.
Really? All the beautiful women on the dance floor doing those special things with their hips.
They'll show up to the smoke tank eventually.
But they're not doing the thing.
They'll do the things.
Sometimes they'll do
the things happen.
Let's agree to disagree how much time to spend in there.
Fine. We'll agree to disagree. I'm still going to go to events with you.
I'll probably take you.
So there it is.
So vibing on a play level, vibing on a personal level, and a non-sexual level. I think those are three distinctly different things that we should touch on.
Sure. And I think that, kind of plays into the whole social awareness thing. Like, one really nice thing about meeting other people that have that awareness about the people and the situation and the vibe that's happening around them. Like, we've met so many cool people, and some of those people we both know right away, like, okay, there's a lot of sexual tension here, but also I really want to hang out with these people. And then there's other people we meet that are, there might not be any sexual tension, but you really just want to hang out with them all the time. And it's nice to have a mutual social awareness of a situation where you meet people and you don't have to ask awkward questions because you just fucking know. Does that make
True.
sense? Do I sound
True.
crazy?
But when it comes to play, I personally believe that yes, reading body language that they're receptive towards play, but nothing beats exact, clear communication when it comes to that subject.
Sure.
Yes, they could give you indicators. They touch your hip, they touch your arm, they touch your hand while you're talking. Just those little subtleties that let you know interest is there. Consent has not been given, but hey, interest is here. We should enter a discussion.
Sure.
In some way. So clear communication, no matter what, concerning play is important. But I would definitely agree with you that leading up to that, there is some chemistry by reading those social cues that kind of give you an indication which direction this is going to go.
I do like that conversation, though, when it can just get thrown on the table and, everyone comes to the table, says what they have to say, and then if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I'm the worst at initiating that conversation.
I don't mind. Just flat out saying, hey, the Silver Foxes are interested in you guys. Is that reciprocated back to us? That's a great first question, because once interest is defined, then whichever road that you and the other couple or your unicorn or whatever you're participating in that evening goes, at least interest has now been defined. Now we need to really understand each other in the most concise, clear way beyond that point. And I think those discussions have been very refreshing for us, and it gives a line. But it is always okay if something's understood to just simply ask in the moment. We ran into that ourselves, and I don't think it was awkward at all. There was a clear question. No matter what was going on, somebody just tossed it out there. It got answered. We moved on. But it was a question that somebody had to have answered, and it was important enough that, hey, toss it out there. We need to talk. And the timing is never inappropriate if somebody has to have an answer to a question regarding play.
Sure.
So extremely, extremely important to us is to have those social awareness cues. And we gravitate towards people like that because we're able to read each other and bounce back and forth.
Yeah.
But we've also run into situations where we've been at a club where we've been approached by a single male and just walked up to Mrs. SilverFox and was completely inappropriate in their approach. Interest was queried by the individual, interest was denied, and then there was really nothing but more pursuant efforts made, and I got upset.
Yeah, that was uncomfortable.
Right. But being able to read you, I knew it was uncomfortable, but I have zero qualms clearing up an issue with somebody to keep you in the best place that you could be in and keep you safe and comfortable.
Yeah, I think, in a lot of those situations, that lack of awareness in other people has the potential to absolutely ruin the night for somebody else.
Right.
And I think that's one of the biggest reasons that everybody should be aware of social awareness. Because, you could really fuck up somebody's night just, doing something that you feel like is really innocent or that you don't see as being a problem. You really have to take all your actions and all your words and everything that you're doing with your body and your hands and your speech, like in a lifestyle event. All of those things are really important and have the ability to, I don't know, maybe not make or break somebody's night, but if you're crossing the line and being awkward.
Well, and you may be very familiar with your partner, their desires, their wants, their fantasies, and you may enjoy fulfilling them between them. Guys, I'm here to tell you, not all women want that fantasy that your wife does.
Mm-hmm.
And if you think it's simply okay to just start choking somebody without that being discussed, I think you really are heading down a sore path of a night going the wrong way.
Yeah, that's probably something that you should discuss before you
awareness.
Be aware of that.
But it's easy to get caught up in complacency because you're comfortable with your partner and say, okay, this isn't a big deal at home, and you don't think about it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really, really time to take a moment, discuss some of those things that you guys do between each other, and ask your wife from a male's point of view, hey, would I need to ask to do this with somebody else that we do together?
Sure.
And I think that conversation could probably lead to a wonderful direction and maybe end in some sexy time.
I would say so. I do want to circle back a little bit and be really clear that when Mr. SilverFox used the example of don't just reach out and choke somebody, that is not our example. That is not a problem. I don't want anybody to think.
It's just an example.
Yeah, okay. A really terrible example because joke's on you, I am really into that. I don't want you making people feel like they're not allowed to do that. Let's talk about it, but
right.
Totally okay.
I'm just saying because I may be comfortable at home.
Sure.
That I just don't have permission to do that, and it should
yeah,
be
you
on
just
that.
can't go out choking bitches because I like that shit.
Correct,
I get it.
Correct. So
that's nice of you.
So to wrap up this segment, I would say communication is key to absolutely
always to everything.
Physical communication in the form of body language, verbal communication in being clear and concise in your intentions.
Mm-hmm.
Have really been wonderful for us and great approaches and refreshing. And you may think the conversation is going to be really weird on the front end. To be honest, it's not.
No.
It's not because...
Be weird anyway.
Yeah, if you got to just throw it out there because in the end, there's nothing but a sigh of relief because if you're worried about something, it's the time to ask.
Yes.
And ask it no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
And we found that talking into other people that we now ask questions that we really didn't think we had to.
Sure.
But, hey, everybody's different, guys. We're not here to judge anybody's kink or what they're into or anything. It's just that not everybody's into the same shit.
I'll try some shit, though.
You're a little more experimental than me.
I will try some shit.
I'm not closed-minded, but I just think you're farther evolved.
That might be true. I don't know. We'll see.
So here we are coming into mid-January at this point. Now, we do have something very special coming up on the podcast. We're actually going to have a variant of the podcast, which we are super excited about.
This is big.
Now, Mrs. SilverFox came up with the name of the segment, and we are going to have a weeks from the time of this recording some special guests in the studio. Mm-hmm. And the new segment is going to be called...
This is so clever. Between two pineapples. Like between two ferns, but different.
I cannot wait. We will have it separated, so we will have episodes and then between two pineapples, so people can go straight to the interviews or listen to your episodes in order. So look forward to that coming up on our podcast.
I am so excited. And let me just put it out there that I made a trip all the way to Michigan today and picked up so many gummies. We are going to eat so many gummies and talk about so much cool stuff with the coolest people. I can't wait for that.
I am really looking forward to it. We did talk about this couple on the last podcast. So they're going to come on board. We're not going to give anybody any hints on who they are, but they're going to visit us. So we got some plans coming up, and we'll tie into why the interview takes place when it does. But again, we got a lot of plans to the end of this month.
The whole dang on month.
Right.
One, it's coming up on Valentine's Day, so I'm doing a lot of boudoir stuff with the naked eye, and I have an event this upcoming weekend with actually, we've talked about her in the podcast before too, the gal that sold us our vibrating cock ring. God bless that lady.
Pure romance.
That's going to be a good day. She got a hotel suite, and we're going to do a lingerie mini session thing, and it's going to be so much fun.
Now, we do have a house party that evening that we're going to go to.
I get to stare
/ birthday party.
at Top Boob all day,
Correct.
and then
I don't.
no, you don't. Sorry. And then I get to get in my car and go to a house party with a ton of super fun, sexy people that I'm excited to hang out with.
I'm excited for the birthday party. The owners of Secret Desires. It's the Mrs. birthday, so I am looking forward to that, sexy fox.
Good God.
So, can't wait. What do we have coming up the following weekend? Are we heading to Princeton that weekend?
I don't actually know. I don't know what we're doing. I think I have Princeton penciled in for 2 weekends, just because we haven't picked the weekend yet, but I really do want to get back up there. I like it there.
You have some very special dates coming up. Do you want to talk about any of them?
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, I kind of do, actually. So
21 Front Street.
Yeah, we have what is that, next Sunday? We have a date?
We do.
Oh my God, I'm really excited for that.
I am very much looking forward to that date. Now, Austin Powers, I think, said it best about the Italian bird. So I am very much looking forward to dinner with her. He seems like he's an awesome guy.
Oh my God.
I've been chatting with her quite a bit. Gosh, what a smart, sexy woman.
They have a huge bathtub.
There's a bathtub?
It's.
How did you know that?
I just know things. Like it could fit all 4 of us. It's huge.
It's like a hot tub, but different.
It's different.
But I am really, really looking forward to eating dinner with both of them. I don't care where we eat. The company's more important to me.
That's true. We have an anniversary dinner at the end of the month too.
Oh shit. Forgot about that.
I know that's been a long time in the works too.
Yeah, another 2 wonderful friends that we've made in the lifestyle. Another great connection that we had made at Secret Desires again.
Yes.
Right.
So many that I can't say enough good things about SD. I can't.
We made so many great friends, and it's
And even though I spilled beer on her white shirt, she still wants to be friends with us.
She's such a nice lady too.
She is a nice lady.
I did have coffee with her.
Oh yeah,
And
I had
that
coffee
was-
with him.
Correct.
He got me a gift.
Oh, what was it?
I don't know if I can talk about it.
That's up to you. If you didn't get permission and you want to stay quiet, you got a lot of secrets tonight.
I do have a lot of secrets.
A lot of gift secrets. What's going on?
You know what? Actually, I do. Why are people gifting me? That's my love language. People are learning things.
Full circle. Full circle.
No, I'm gonna keep that one to myself.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm gonna keep that secret too.
Yeah, I think we've both shared in some experiences that I'd love to talk about here on the podcast. But there's some things and some memories made that are. I'm going to be selfish. I'm sorry, everybody, but they're just for me.
Yeah, some stuff's just for me, just for us, just for. Yeah, I agree.
But I don't want it to detract from how amazing those people were that shared in those experiences with us, and it means the world. Here's another wild thing that we've been a part of. 6 countries And 65 cities listen to us?
Absolutely
What?
wild.
What?
I didn't even know that was a thing that we just found that out by accident by clicking some part of the account that keeps track of weird things like that. And I don't know how. I don't know why anybody out there wants to listen to us. We're a weird little.
I don't think we're weird.
I'm weird. I'll say it. I'm not afraid.
But again, we said it in the last episode, but thank you to all of our listeners out there. Super humbling that people take the time to listen to us and take this journey with us. So a big shout out to everybody out there in the world. Amazing, guys. Mm-hmm. Thank you so much.
Ooh, big party beginning of February.
Oh, going back to Secret Desires.
Yeah. Going back for Mardi Gras. Oh, snap.
Two-night event.
And this time, we have a hotel room already booked in our name.
Can't wait.
I have been collecting things for hotel takeover, room lighting, and ambiance, and whatever else. And so I'm super excited about that.
I do like some of the things you've collected. For our wonderful New Year's Eve weekend, I actually plugged in a few of the things.
Oh, yeah.
Some of those light
That
things.
cute light.
Yeah, phenomenal.
Oh, that was magical.
But I'm super jealous by some of the people's rooms, you know.
Ugh.
They've got like years of collecting room ornaments.
That match every theme.
Right.
It's complete bullshit. You know what, though? I have so many backdrops. Why don't I just take photography backdrops and set them up, and people would be like, oh my God, this room is awesome. That's too much work.
I'm not trying to take a trailer.
Oh my God, me neither. I just want to go there and wear
Between
cute
the
outfits
crates and all that, we need better luggage, then I'll consider it, but I'm not trying to run a storage unit to go to events.
Oh, you're right. I don't need that in my life. I do not. I can't. Maybe,
I enjoy the people.
Maybe like a fog machine, though. That could be sexy.
Oh my goodness, here we go.
Shut up. You would love that.
I probably would. Sparkler box, is that on the table?
Don't even get me started.
All right. Well, moving on. Swinging forward last time, we really didn't put a whole lot out there. We said we were just going to keep doing what we were doing.
Exactly what we were doing, and that's what we've been doing. And you know what? That shit is working right now.
I enjoy where we're at.
I really do.
It's phenomenal to be a part of this positive experience, and it is what we make of it.
And the community, like, you know, when you get into something like this, we thought maybe we'd make a couple friends and that, you know, we'd get into some filthy debauchery and that would maybe be the end of it. But, like,
I love filthy debauchery.
Oh, fuck, I love filthy debauchery. Don't get me started. But there's so much has come out of, you know, this community is nothing like I thought it would be when we started. It's not, you know, it's not the big, disgusting, messy orgies of the 70s where, like, consent and having safe sex and experimenting with people doing different things was just, I don't know, it's so much more than what I pictured it.
Well, and the subject we talked on tonight with social awareness, I'll say, is heightened a little more in the lifestyle. You know, a few bad apples never spoil a bunch for me. Mm-mm. I know it's easy to allow that to happen.
Yes.
But it seems like because of the community, who's involved in the community, that if something does occur, a lot of people are willing to address it in their own way without letting you know. But it is communicated. Yeah. And people want to watch out for people.
I love that.
Nothing more than I want you to feel sexy. I want you to feel good about yourself.
I want you to feel safe.
Yes.
And I love that.
99% of the time, this is what's going on. Mm-hmm. You know, that 1% is hopefully just a minimal misunderstanding between somebody, you know, just very minute details. But you know, we've been to places where we weren't exactly the most comfortable, and we just left.
Yeah.
You know, and that's okay, too.
Granted, there was one time that we snuck out through a flower bed.
Yeah, we got out of Dodge.
Yeah, we had to get the fuck out of there.
Well, sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
Sometimes you just got to dig those gladiator heels into the flower bed and crush those hyacinth because fuck spring. Sorry, not sorry.
We're out. But do you want to add anything to this segment at this moment?
Oh gosh. I don't think so. I still really love exactly what we're doing. I'm loving where we're at right now.
I am too. There are some things that I'm still very interested in, and we hosted another couple. I would consider another couple still, and want to have a house party. Or maybe even another one after that. I don't know. But in the future, it's still on the table for me. We haven't checked that one off yet.
Okay, my babe still wants a house party.
Not necessarily a house party, just, it's going to be difficult because the 4-way is elusive enough.
Yeah. And if you're trying to turn it into an 8-way or a 10-way.
I think it's got to come down the line, and
I'm greedy.
You got to know.
What am I
was
gonna
talking
do?
6. You're to 8 to 10.
Oh, shit. I go hard in the paint. It's true with everything.
But I guess it just speaks volumes for how much that we have made connections with people.
Yeah.
And how much we enjoy a lot of the people that we're around that, that number grows rapidly.
Yeah, I'm excited to keep exploring the connections that we've made. And I kind of feel like, we're building that tribe of people that we want to hang out with and we want to talk to, and we want to share our victories and defeats with, and also sometimes see naked and do dirty things.
Are we going to discuss the date last night?
I kind of want to discuss the date last night.
I kind of want to talk about it too.
Okay,
I'm not going to lie.
We can talk about it.
So we went to a barcade.
Super fun. Never been to a barcade before.
Never.
So anyway, we're on this date with people that we have gone on, dates with before. We've played with before. Super fun, super awesome. We have a weird amount of stuff in common, and this gal is as weird as I am, and that's saying something. Like that's a big tell. So went back to their place for.
Just say it.
For a private costume party?
A costume party. We had a really wild discussion on the way there. Our imaginations might have been in overdrive.
Yeah.
So what actually happened was way different from what I anticipated.
It was.
But it was amazing.
Core memory was created last night when I can't give too much away because this is one of those situations where like those memories and whatever videos may or may not have been taken of the evening, not what I expected, but awesome, a little bit kinky maybe, but when I say that there were inflatable costumes and also a Blades of Glory style figure skating costume covered in sequins, I had a lot of mixed feelings last night. But I'm still really turned on by everything that happened.
I enjoy them very, very much.
Oh my God, they're so fun. I cannot.
Was not the discussion in the car ride.
It was not. No, it's not what I expected, but I still had so much fun.
Completely amazing. Looking forward to hanging out with them some more. Not our first time.
No.
Like you said.
Not the last time.
Not the last time.
I will say,
far.
swinging forward, I do want to bring my costume game a little bit.
I'm not sure how far I'm willing to go. Let's try one with me.
Let's.
and then we'll see how that goes.
I'm just going to get you a little eye patch.
I just are
You could just be a filthy pirate whore.
a filthy pirate whore. Mm-hmm. Do you gals like to make out with guys with eye patches? Because that's my concern.
I think they do.
Okay, because you know how I feel about that.
Listen, girls love a filthy pirate whore. You'll be fine.
So I'm Captain Jack now?
You can be whoever you want.
Fair enough.
You'll be fine.
So,
As I will say, I am looking forward to the next costume party with them. I'm bringing my own costumes.
we're gonna have to have a plan.
We're-
They really seem like they're gonna destroy us if we bring our A game.
Fuck, yeah, they've got a game. I don't know what above A is. Like A++ game? Is that a thing?
So much
I don't even
fun.
know.
So much fun. So here we are. Can't say I've been too much happier at this point. Gosh, more time.
Oh my God, I know.
More time. That's
More
what
time.
we need.
Let's mention where people can find us, where they can find the podcast, because we have a new place now, yeah?
Actually, we are on all major platforms but Pandora. What? We are waiting for approval.
Where you at, Pandora? The people need to hear the SilverFox Swingset. Get your shit together.
But just about anywhere you can find a podcast, we are listed now. At least 15 different major suppliers of podcasts. So just look up the SilverFox Swingset. SilverFox is 2 words, and you should be able to find us no problem. You can email us at silverfoxswingset@gmail.com. You can find Mr. SilverFox at swinglifestyle.com. I am SilverFox79 on all platforms. And Swinger Zone Central, I am SilverFox79.
You can find me on Cassidy.com. And if you're not a member of Cassidy, because I am an affiliate photographer for them, if you go to the sign-in page and type in SilverFox79, all one word, in the referral space, you can get a 30-day free trial to sign up for Cassidy. So that's a fun spot to be. And I'm also on Swing Towns under SilverFox79.
I am really excited about Between Two Pineapples.
Oh, we're going to have so much fun.
The only question is will it be an hour like a podcast, or are we going full Joe Rogan 3 hours?
Oh my God, he has so many good
certainly hope
stories.
3 hours, but we'll see.
I
Maybe
get
we
lost.
put an edited version and a full version. I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
I get lost listening to you guys talk to each other. There's so much. There's a combination of bromance, nerd rage. You guys talking together is so fun and interesting to sit back and just listen to you talk to each other.
Well, I think you're really putting 2 big personalities together too.
Yes,
And it's phenomenal. I love sharing time with them, so I can't wait for our listeners to get to experience that. Hopefully it goes
we
super
should cook
well.
for them. You should warm up the Traeger and we should have some steaks.
Why not?
We're gonna feed them. I'm gonna load them up with gummies, and we're just gonna get trashed and just talk shit in our living room. I cannot wait.
So, Between Two Pineapples, hopefully we get that out. Hopefully before February. I make no promises that we're going to do our best. So, we'll give that a shot. And we talked about where we were going. Mm-hmm. So, I guess it's time to get going for this episode.
Yeah, if you want to find us, reach out, email, show up at Secret Desires. We'll be there.
Can't wait to see everybody. Now that you know where we're going, really looking forward to it. And I guess I'll close on what I always say. If anything, we'll have a good night. If everything, we'll have an amazing one.
2022 sucks so far. Everybody knows about Betty White. But can I tell you, I just read like 20 minutes ago?
R.I.P. Betty White.
Freaking Bob Saget. Oh, you didn't know? Oh, no.
You're going to break my heart in the middle of a podcast?
No. I didn't know. You didn't know.
Did Bob Saget pass away?
Yes, I just read that.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, do you need a minute?
No, I'm going to edit this out.
Oh, no.
It's terrible.
It's terrible. Not anyone but Bob's. America's favorite dad. Oh, I'm so sorry.